What's up, folk? This your boy Focus ATL, representing Flint, Michigan, and Underground Atlanta. Wow, just the culture itself. It was, growing up in Flint, Michigan, it was very familiar what, Cass was speaking on, when hip hop came around. I was like, 5 or 6 years old when I was introduced to hip hop, by my brother-in-law Sterling. He was a pop locker, break dancer, and the whole nine. So he would always hit me with the music, Ice-T, joint Reckless, that joint just kind of opened it up for me. And then from there on, Rakim, of course. When I heard him, I was like, okay, somebody that's cool, laid back, but still got flavor and just still rocking crowds with just a smooth flavor. I said that's where more of my vibe has always been since I was little, having an old spirit. So hip hop fit right in, fell in love with it since then. Going to what I consider my first concert, it was actually a talent show up in Flint at Central High School, I think it was. It was an auditorium, and like I say, my brother-in-law was pop locker, and he was part of a group called the Whack Dancers. And they was stars up, and that's my first time actually going to see. And seeing the rush of them performing and the crowd going crazy, like as though Prince or Michael Jackson was on stage, and just seeing the reaction of them tear the stage down with their dance routines, that you're seeing now, Cass is, doing a lot more popular. But back then, so from that point on, the music that they was kicking it to, all hip hop, techno, and that type of flavor, that was the most impact. And then hearing Rakim, once again, peace to Rakim, hearing that Paid in Full album, it's just my melody, and especially my melody, that's one of my favorite cuts. Hearing that joint and just playing it over and over again with the bass kid, boom, 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 hearing that, done. So I would say those two moments right there for me. I started out, I would say, with the poetry scene more so, because I was just writing just random thoughts and, creative writings and whatnot. And people called it poetry, so I started getting into the poetry scene more so. And there really was no lane in the industry for the poetry and the poets, for spoken word at that time. This was before Love Jones and all of that. So we had to hit the ground running. Everything we went to was incredible. The vibe was incredible. Everybody really felt it and loved it. That was there, but we wanted to expose more people, so we hit the ground running. We couldn't, go to the radio station and say, listen to what I have to say. There was no lane for it. So we just beasted the streets with flyers. This was before email really got popular. It wasn't no social media or anything like that. We just really flyers, and then we started gathering our own email lists and doing our own email blasts. And this before all of the big blast companies were around. We had to go through, like Yahoo groups and, the old school methods and just really beast it. But we kept perfecting our craft as well and just getting better and better lyrically. We all recognized we had a gift. We all had our own styles, and that's what made it unique. And I think what really drew people to it and made it more powerful is everybody had their own unique style, creative flavors, and unique perspectives on different things. And it was all deep. It wasn't nothing corny on that tip. As far as the cats that was really at it and really about it. Live Poet Society members, E-Period, Verbal Slick, good stuff. Folks know who it is, doing the thing. So just kept letting it be known, kept representing every time we got on, and that's what, helped us blow. My family, they loved it. They to be able to express yourself and, as long as I'm working, I still had it. I've always worked throughout the whole process. I'm a project manager by day and project manager through the entertainment as well as being an MC. And so, long as my baby girl, she's fine, it's all good. Been, taking care of her since day one. She's 17 now. Peace, Ariane. What up, baby? Love you. So everybody's always supported me and saw, the gift and the talent in me and encouraged me to just keep on pressing forward. But they also stayed on me about, stayed on me since I was little about making sure when you get to that point, it's business before pleasure. Take care of home first, and then everything else. I party with the best of them, So, but at the same time, I like to keep a healthy balance within my mix, And right now there's an overload of BS or just negative connotations in music without a healthy balance. It's cool to say, oh, I partied, I did this or I did that, whatever. but also feed us, give us something to grow on, give us something that we can be proud of 20 years later, that you can say, this, I was representing us doing better as a people and as a culture all the way around, just people in general. You know, and that's what I'm big on. Every lyric I write, every syllable I write, and every word I write has a place and has a purpose to you know, manifest something special, I believe, you know what I'm saying? Because it comes from the heart. It's a gift from God. And, but I'm representing, you know, musically as well, technically, all the way around, scientifically with the lyrics. So, you know, like I say, I work 8 to 5 during the day. My job is pretty demanding throughout the day, you know what I'm saying, every day. But since day one, I consider both to be full-time jobs. So I work a lot of hours as far as show productions, writing, creating, recording, and managing, doing project management from the show production side, behind the stage stuff at a lot of different events going around the city. So, and then going into work the next day and having to be on point, you know, that's how I make my bread and butter for the most part. So, maintaining in that realm, doing project management 15 years on that side and being an MC on that side, you know, just time, wishing there was more time in the day, you know, and so I would say that's my biggest challenge, is finding enough time to do all of the things that I'm capable of doing, you know what I'm saying? So the biggest show I would say I've done is at the Fox Theater. That was a pretty big moment, just to be able to have my name on, you know, in the marquee of the Fox. That was a pretty heavy moment. I would say also seeing so many members of our collective perform on HBO, that Poetry Jam back in the early 2000s, you know, just being in New York. I drove up there, you know what I'm saying, by myself, slept in the Hampton Inn parking lot on the way during the wintertime, freezing. But just getting there, being backstage, you know, meeting Common, meeting Talib Kweli, meeting Mos Def, hanging with Georgia Me, Abyss, Bonnie, the whole crew backstage, you know, at that particular moment, just seeing that we've arrived. But even though I didn't perform on the show, I should have been on that show. But even though I didn't perform on that show, it was still one of the biggest moments right there. That I helped uplift the culture in some form or fashion. That's really been my intent, is to be part of that, the foundation, or the studs in the wall. I'm one of those studs in the game, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to help keep hip hop, you know, lifted up, and keep the culture lifted up. From kids to grannies and great-grannies and whatnot can listen to my stuff and say, I like that. I like that. I want to hear that again. I can play it anywhere, family reunion, or in my car, or cleaning up around the house, or just vibing. You know, I'm not going to say I'm the perfect gentleman. There is a couple of curse words sprinkled now and then, but it's all with purpose, you know what I'm saying? It's all just high rolls, but nothing derogatory and going to demean my folks, my peoples, or anyone in general. Just good vibes, good concepts, universal lyricists, always representing Focus ATL.